Hello, everyone. I wanted to create a screencast because I had received a few emails voicing some confusion about the assignment. So I'm assuming there may be more than a couple of people who may still be confused. So hopefully this video and screencast will help to clarify some of the directions. So we're focusing on migrations and migrations' impact on spatial reorganization. Within the assignment, you have to define what sending and receiving societies are. So societies from which immigrant populations are leaving are the sending societies, and the societies where those immigrant populations arrive would be the receiving societies. That's really the simplest way to explain it. And in this slide, I have images of, you have two sending societies historically. The top image is in the 1970s of Vietnam refugees leaving that war-torn country to come to the United States. And the bottom image is from the 19th century and the large number of Irish immigrants that left to go to the United States as well. So then you were asked to think about the demographic impact. And once you have your example of whatever your sending or receiving society is historically, and it can certainly be contemporary as well, you have to be thinking about some of the demographic impacts would be the change in the overall population of certain ethnic groups, as well as the establishment of neighborhoods or regions defined by the arrival or departure of those groups. So that would be, you have to be thinking about the population increase as well as the shift in population and where those populations are moving to and from. That would really be thinking about the demographic impact of a sending or receiving society. Then you had to think about economic development and the examples. Here's just a general example. The loss of population may improve or worsen the economy of a sending society, as that sending society is losing a segment of their population. They may lose that segment that would take up jobs and improve the economy, or they may lose people who could not find jobs and thus lower the unemployment rate and bring economic recovery. A gain in population may improve or worsen the economy of the receiving society as well. Increase in people may cause stress on an already small job market, or it may allow for people to take jobs that were not previously being filled and thus stimulate the economy. It all depends on your example, whichever one you decide to use. As far as the political development, a few examples I will share with you. The sending society may have a political situation that becomes stabilized by the departure of an immigrant group, or may cause further instability because the people who are leaving had the wealth, education, and power to run the region effectively. Again, it all depends on your situation that you decide to choose. Other political developments, as far as the receiving society is concerned, they may also experience stability or instability due to the arrival of population that is accepted or rejected by the area's current citizens. So here you have two, recent pictures of the divide in the United States between people who, on the top image, want the immigrants to stay, and the people down below who perceive them as a threat and do not want them to be here. And the last one is cultural developments, and some examples to keep in mind. This section is really focusing on cultural diffusion, meaning how ideas and practices are exchanged between two cultures that come into contact with one another. So again, you have a receiving society that is taking in an immigrant population. That receiving society's acceptance of ethnic foodways. The image on the top is of a Greek restaurant. You can think of many other restaurants that Chinese food or Italian restaurants or things of that nature, where that receiving society that there's a cultural change that occurs because of the acceptance of these foodways that they would not otherwise have been exposed to. Or think of the sending society's rejection of immigrant ideology, such as religion or politics, where the image below is showing how the sending society would have rejected the idea of democracy within Vietnam. So hopefully these examples help, and please email me if you still have questions.